Hi, I'm Maddie with Niche, one of the instructors here, and I will be guiding you through a 20-minute mat Pilates cardio flow today. All you will need is the mat and yourself, no props, and we will get started standing today. So as we all meet on the mat here, our feet will come under our hips and our shoulders are stacked over top of our hips. Rock your pelvis forward and back a couple times here, finding your neutral position. So we all have a slight curvature in our low back here. We want to find that neutral where our front and our back of our hip point are aligned, coming into that neutral spine and pelvis. This is where our body is strongest in. So we want to try to maintain that position as we move through our flow today. Reach your fingertips down towards the floor, relaxing your shoulders down. Deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, start to bring the weight into your toe mounds, lifting your heels off the mat, and then inhale, lower your heels back down. Exhale, just start to feel your calves engage as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Our calves will be helping us power up, maybe even leaving that mat today some if we so choose. So making sure they're nice and warmed up, just syncing this movement, finding some grounding movements here with your breath. Exhale, press evenly from your big toe mound all the way towards the pinky. Inhale, lower down. As you work through this lift and lower, starting to bring some heat in the calves, we're in that neutral position. Check in with our rib cage here. Make sure we're not flaring, but it's knit in, shoulders are away from the ears. As you feel good here, we're gonna reach our arms up overhead, relaxing the shoulders down. Now, as your hands lift, easy for your rib cage to flare. Still keeping everything knit in, drawing that belly button not only towards the spine, but up towards the chest to find that movement. Maybe your gaze is forward. You're finding that spot on the wall to help you with balance. We'll just take a few more here. We should start to feel some heat in our calves by this point. Soft bend in the knees, 3 more. Heels will lower down in 2. Use that exhale to lift. Last one, slowest one yet. Let your heels come all the way down. Bring your fingertips, reaching them to the ground. This time on the inhale, we're finding a hip hinge. Send your hips back, lower your gaze down, reach your arms up like you're taking a seat, and then exhale, you come all the way up, rising tall. Inhale, sending your hips down, reaching your arms up. Exhale, big breath, come all the way up. Setting up our squats here. As you come up, I want you to envision almost pressing an imaginary wall behind you with your hands. Start to feel the backs of your arms engage. Moving these arms like they're moving through water, finding a little bit of resistance in the air. Your knees are tracking over the center of the toes. Maybe you're peeking down as you're finding that squat. Our spine's moving as one, finding that hinge and then restacking. Hip points go back, we find that crease. Gaze lowers down. Now we're warming up our quads and our glutes. We're gonna take a few more like this, and then we're gonna start to add on those heel raises. 2 more with just the squats. Next time you come up from your squat, press into your toe mounds. Come all the way up, then send your hips back, reach your arms down. Exhale, coming up, lifting your heels away from the mat, lowering back down. As you work through this, we're gonna move into a couple options here. This is a cardio mat today, so option 2, speed up that pace a little bit here. If you feel good here, as you send your heels back, hands come together, and then as you lift off, maybe your toes start to leave the mat here. So your choice to continue with those heel raises, or as you come up, you actively press away from the mat. As you land, I want you to picture landing toe, ball, heel, very last, seeing how light you can land on that mat. Finding that hip hinge. The deeper we hinge, the more we tap into our glutes, feeling those quads as well. We'll all take 4 more of your choice. For 3, use that exhale to power up. For 2, last one, come all the way up. Quick shake out of the legs here. We're gonna walk slightly towards the left side of your mat. Make sure it's long ways, just creating some space for us for this next one. Hip points are facing forward. You're gonna take a right step out towards your right side. Your leg goes out long, your knee tracks over it. Hands come together. All the weights on that right foot, and then power away drive that right knee towards your chest. Inhale, take it out. Exhale, power up. As you work through this, you're going to feel the weight transfer from the right to the left as you come up. As you hinge, your right glute's working to find the hinge. And then as you press away, your quads powering away, driving that knee up towards your chest. Nice work. Options here. Maybe you find this pace that works for you, syncing with your breath, or you can pick up the pace here. Woo, trying to maintain that balance as we pick up the pace. If you want to take your last cardio option here, as your right knee comes in, we're gonna add a little hop. So this time, inhale, send it out. Exhale, drive it in. Lift your left knee off the heel, or lift your left heel away from the mat. Working through this with control. We'll take 4 like this. Feeling that calf we warmed up earlier. For 3. For 2. Last one. Send it out. We all hold out. Send your hip back. Lower your chest down. Square off your hips. Press into that pinky edge of the foot. Drop the tailbone an inch. Lift an inch. Little pulses here. In through the nose, out through the mouth for 4. 3, 2, last one, big press all the way out, drive that knee up. Both feet plant down, shake those legs out. In between sides, we go back to our squats. Hips, knees, feet, and shoulders all stacked. Inhale, send yourself back. Exhale all the way up. Finding a reset here with both feet flat on the mat. We'll take 4 more like this, then this time we're gonna hold it down. In 3, 2. Next time you're down, we meet here. Hold that squat. Drop your hips down an inch, lift an inch. Little pulses here, breathing through it, sending the tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Feeling our quads, glutes, ribcage knits in for 4, 3, 2, last one, big exhale, come all the way up. Shake the legs out, shake the head out. We take a step towards the right side of our mat. We're gonna repeat that side lunge sequence. So we start with the weight on the right foot. Deep breath in, left foot goes out long. Send your hips back. Make sure your hip, knee, center of your left foot are all in line here. Press your hands together all the way to that left foot. On the exhale, your left foot presses into the mat to power you away, drawing that left knee in towards your chest, and then you send it back out. Same options here. Maybe you pick up the pace. Maybe you focus on stability today. You're still getting that heart beating as your knee comes in, sending the hips back, then exhale, let everything come in. With your hands here, maybe you're pressing that imaginary wall behind you, similar to what we started with. Feeling that left glute and quad. Option as you come in to add that right heel, leaving the mat for a second, coming up and in, inhale, sending it out. We all take 4 more like this. For 3, we have 2. Last one, send it all the way out. We hold here, square off your hips, knit the ribcage in, little pulses. Down an inch, up an inch. Woo, we should feel that left glute working. For 5, 4, we press away on 3, 2, last one, big exhale, press all the way away, drive that knee in one last time. Both feet come down and shake out the legs. We turn so we're facing towards the front of the mat. Take a quick forward fold here. Pedaling out the legs, you can shake the head yes and no. And then hands come all the way down to the mat. Hands stack underneath your shoulders, Soft bend in the elbows, deep breath in. On the exhale, either walk or jump your feet back to a plank position. We meet here. Soft bend in the elbows, option to drop the knees down to a modified plank, or forearms to come down to our forearm plank. Your choice, lifting the core up, squeezing the glutes, pressing between those shoulder blades. Deep breath in through the nose, feel all four sides expand, and then exhale like you're blowing out through a straw. Two more like that, just starting with the hold of your choice. Full plank, knees down, or forearms. Two more breaths here. Deep breath in, all four sides expand. Exhale like you're blowing out through the straw. Last breath here, then we'll take a child's pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Knees go reaching for our hips. We let our chest lower towards the mat in front of us. One breath here, finding our reset. And then on that exhale, restack the hands over the shoulders. This time we all meet in that plank position again. Your choice, your wrist or your forearms down for this one. Legs are out long. Feel your core lifting you up. On the exhale, drive your right knee in between your hands. Inhale, you place it back. Exhale, your left knee drives in. Options, if you want that cardio today, you can alternate your knees a little bit quicker, coming in towards your mountain climbers. We take 3 on each side. For 2. Last one each side. Both knees drop down for a second. Quick shake out of the wrist, shake out of the head. We take one breath in between each of these planks. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, letting it go out through the mouth. We meet back in the plank of your choice. This time, hands are underneath your shoulders. Option for knees or feet down. On the exhale, your right hand taps towards your left shoulder. You place it back down. Exhale, left hand towards the right. Alternating those shoulder taps here. As you work through this, the side that you're leaning towards is gonna start to bear that weight. So you're tapping into those obliques on that side and then switching right to the other. Exhale as you tap, inhale as you lower. 3 more on each side. For 2. Last one each side. Hands come down underneath the shoulders. Take whatever movements feel good. Maybe that child's pose, maybe you grab a sip of water, one breath in between each one. We have 2 more here. Deep breath in. Breathing into all 4 sides, how we stretch our core. Exhale, letting it go. We meet back in the plank. This time, we're gonna lower our knees down so they tap the mat, and then exhale, you lift them right back up. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. If this feels too much today, maybe you alternate single knee taps. Again, we have our choices. Take what feels good for you today. If you're in your knees down, picture dropping your right hip down, bringing it back, left hip drops down. Alternating those knee taps. Soft bend in the elbow, pressing between the shoulder blades. We take 3. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift for 2. Last one each side. We drop the knees down. Last plank here. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, letting it go out through the mouth. We meet in our last plank. This time, squeeze your glutes. Your right foot is tapping out towards the right side. You're drawing it back in. Your left foot taps out towards the left. If you're in your kneeling position, think about moving that right knee out a few inches. Draw it back in. Your left knee draws out. Your choice for hands or forearms here as you tap out towards the side. Use that exhale. Inhale to draw it back in. We have 3 on each side. For 2. Last plank of the day here. Last one each side. We go ahead and meet in a child's pose here. We all take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, letting it go out through the mouth. Nice work. Hands are going to come down by our side. We're gonna work through a little bit of kneeling work here, and then we're gonna end with our standing work again. So go ahead, hover that tailbone just over your heels. Reach your fingertips out long. Pause here. On the exhale, you're gonna come all the way up. Bring your arms out to a W. This time, think about pinching your shoulder blades together, and then reach them back out long. Exhale, you come up. Inhale, you lower down. Option to pick up the pace here again, We're focused on that control. We're finding that hinge. The spine moves as one. Your gaze lowers with you, and then you draw everything back up. Arms may start to feel fatigued here after those plank series of our arms supporting ourselves up against that mat. Nice work finding that hinge. Can you have your tailbone go back a little bit further? Your crown of your head reaches towards that wall in front of you. We have 4. We're gonna hold it up in 3, for 2, last one, hold it up. This time your arms go all the way out towards your T, palms face forward. Pause here, send your hips back, reach your arms up, palms face towards each other, and then flip your palms, they face back. Almost like we're pressing that imaginary wall again. Palms face forward, and then palms face back as you come up. Working through this with control, finding that long line. Shoulders are probably starting to feel some heat here. 4 like this, then we hold the hinge. In 3, for 2, last one, hold the hinge. Your hands get to go back behind you. Press your palms up 2 inches, down 2 inches, holding that hinge. Feeling the squeeze of the back of your arms, your tricep muscles, opening up the chest, knitting the rib cage in, shoulders are down. We have 5, 4, arms sweep forward, and 2, last one, sweep the arms all the way forward. Relax your shoulders down. Press into your right knee, shin, top of the foot. Exhale, your left foot comes forward. Pause here. Your hip points are square. Start to bring the weight into that left foot. Curl your right toes under. Deep breath in. On the exhale, you press in the left foot. Let your right knee hover up. Arms come down. Inhale, you lower your knees down. Exhale, you lift up. Now the focus with this one is not that hinge we found earlier. This time our hips are lifting and lowering like an elevator. Shoulders stay stacked over the hips the whole time. Your left knee's tracking over the center of your toes here as you lower. And then exhale, you feel those quads as you lift up. We take 4 here. For 3, 2, last one, we all hold it down, arms stay up. Pause here, deep breath in, lower your hips 2 inches, exhale, lift 2 inches. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Little pulses here, can you drop a little bit lower? Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, square off your hips, gazes forward, maybe finding that spot on the wall in front of you. We have 5, we should feel our quads for 4, 3, last 2, last one, big exhale, your right foot steps forward. Give your legs a shake out, right foot forward, left foot back. We go straight into the other side. Lower your hips down, lift your arms up as you lift your hands lower. They move in opposition here. Having your arms raise, your hips lower, arms lower, your hips lift. Feeling like that back knee is gonna drop straight down towards the mat beneath you, and your right knee's reaching out over the center of the foot. Check in here. If your knee starts to cave in, press more into the pinky side edge of your foot. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Picture pulling your armpits towards the ground, crown of the head's reaching towards the ceiling. We take 4 here, and then we're gonna hold it down for those pulses. In 3, we have 2. Last one, we hold it down. Hold your arms up, lower an inch, lift an inch. Breathing through it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big exhale, come all the way up. Shake the legs out. Last little bit of work for today, then we'll do a quick stretch. Left foot comes forward, right foot comes back. Go ahead, send your arms up, your hips down. This time you drive that right knee up, it plants down, left foot goes back, drive your left knee up, left foot plants down. You're alternating which foot is stepping back and lifting up as you work through this here. Finding that combination of moves we found throughout class today. Feel your quads heavy on this. Dropping straight down, exhale, lifting straight up. Switch feet, we take 3 on each side. Option here to come into your 90-90 jumps. If you want that extra bit of work today, finding that heel lifting as you send it back. Your calves should also be feeling this here. Last one on each side. Our final one. Big exhale. Come all the way up. Nice work. We're all gonna take a stretch together. Right foot crosses over the left. We reach down towards our mat. Relaxing into the stretch on the exhale. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, letting it go out through the mouth. Slowly restacking the spine. We switch. Left foot crosses over the right. We go all the way down here. Letting our gaze drop. Relaxing any tension that may have built up in our facial muscles, our neck. Uncrossing that foot, we'll just take a few stretches on our backs to end off our Pilates practice today. Go ahead, just rock your knees from side to side, releasing any tension in the low back, the tailbone. And then we'll reach both legs up towards the ceiling. Flex and point your toes here, feeling a stretch in your calves and hamstrings. Maybe you draw little ankle circles, taking any movements that feel good. Right ankle's gonna cross over your left thigh, grab behind the back of your left thigh, pulling it in towards you. If you want a deeper stretch here, you can imagine that right hip point pulling down and forward towards the front of the mat along with that right knee. Keeping flexion in both feet here to protect our joints. And then we switch to that other side. Crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. And then go ahead, uncross the feet here. You can separate the knees, hands can come to the belly. We'll all take one final deep breath in together through the nose. And then exhale, letting it go out through the mouth. Slowing the breath and heart rate down. Feel free to take any additional stretches that you would like today, but you are all done. And thank you for joining me for our 20-minute cardio flow.